Hi, everyone. Welcome to Truth and Light. Hey, you're here with Dana and Summer, Truth and Light, and we are so excited to have you here this morning. Well, this evening. Look.
Hey, we got this. It's going to be a fantastic show. We're going to have such a communicational talk. And we welcome any of you out there listening to give us a call in and have with any questions or anything you would like to speak about or for a card read. We're open for any kind of readings. Give us a challenge and or even email us with a picture to read, right?
Absolutely, yes. Truth and Light at 22@gmail.com.
22 Truth and Light
22 Truth and Light. Yeah, I really have this right now. So 22 at truthandlightgmail.com. So send us your pictures or questions, and we'll read them on the air. You know, we love hearing from you, from the viewers, because it's just so fun, right? To bring in your perspective and your questions and things. So please leave comments or email us. You can also leave us a voicemail that we can play on the air for you to leave your question. We would play it so you can get your few minutes of fame, and then we'll answer and address your question. And Dana, you're the best at this. What's that number?
Hey, I'm writing it down into our chat here. So go ahead and look in the chat and you'll see our number here in just a second. And anyways, while I'm typing it in, it is 678-223-3319 if you want to call in. So go for it. We'd love to hear from you.
Yeah, that's a voicemail only. So we're not going to actually answer the phone ourselves and say, hey, how's it going? You're going to leave a voicemail. And so we can play that back. So yeah, please reach out and let us hear from you.
Yeah.
Wow. So Lionsgate has been active for about a week now. Yeah. So kind of, I'm going to tell you, I work at the public school system now, and I can tell something's going on with our little babies that work there. That go there, because they've just been off the hook this week.
When did you start school? I know we're just starting school now in my area. How long have you been in school?
3 weeks.
Wow.
I think so. I think we're at the end of I think it's been 3 weeks now. For the county that I live now. Other systems just started this past week.
Wow. That's crazy. It's so quick.
Yeah. Yeah. And so, but I'm going to tell you, like, some of these kids, like, they'd be like, I have some really big feelings, and wow. And there's just been a lot going on. The Lionsgate can open up additional spiritual gifts. It can, like, then the layer between us and the other realms, and it can also, like, help us open up our spiritual gifts as well. I've been experiencing that. I don't know if you've had any experience in regards to your spiritual gift changes, but it can also make us be very emotional during this period of time. Right. And if we don't stay grounded, firm and grounded, we can kind of lose ourselves. Yeah.
I think I'm raising in my vibration a bit. I have been having thoughts about who I am and how I've been with other people. And I have been thinking about that. And then just a few minutes ago before the show, I was talking with a dear friend of mine, and she is really going to help me out. She pointed out some things that I can work on. So this is something that I've been
Nice.
asking in my meditations. So I believe my answers have just been given to me to help me understand
Nice.
more of what I need to do to raise my vibrations a little bit more. So
Nice.
I think the lion's moon was something that has brought me into a new level. So, yeah.
Nice. Yeah, I would tell you. So, I mean, our vibration. A lot of you may be asking, well, what is your vibration? Right? Like, what does that mean?
Mhm.
And so for me, your vibration is your personal energy, your frequency. It's like what you hold yourself at. So it's not so much like emotions, but it's more about like how you just feel, right? You might feel tired, you might feel worn out, you might feel stressed. So it's just kind of how you feel. And so it's just like keeping a higher vibrational energy um, means you're more in a harmonious state. You're more harmonized, you're happier, you're in a good mood, you feel uplifted, you feel like you could take on the world.
In a
Those are some
positive way.
things.
Yeah,
Yes,
in a positive way. All
positive.
of this, yeah, all positive. I feel that it's like whatever you're feeling inside, your energy on the inside is going to reflect on the outside. So if you are
Mhm.
feeling anger, if you're feeling depressed, if you're feeling happy, joyful, excited, that is going to be showing and reflecting in everybody else. It's going to show how you
Absolutely.
treat other people. And so I'm saying this because this is part of the stuff that I'm learning about myself, of how I have been on my inside, that I need to be watchful so that I can be more aware of how I am on the inside that's portraying to the outside. So to go with the higher energy is
Yeah.
what's inside of you that is showing, that is
Yeah.
emanating out to the others.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. And like some of the other things that can describe that would be like love. Kind of like I would even say like unconditional love, right? Not only for everything and everyone around you, but mostly for yourself. You can give yourself that unconditional love and care. That's a good way of doing that. One way that I keep mine raised is I do gratitude. So I could do gratitude at least twice a day, if not more. So every morning I wake up and I thank the universe for being there and for everything that, for allowing me to have a good night's sleep, waking me up in the morning in time to get ready for my day, and just to be in there, right? I'll say, well, good morning, guys. Like I'm really kind of talking to my spirit family, I guess, my metaphysical family, so my guides, my angels, or whatever, right? And so I'm like, good morning,
Mhm.
guys, and thanks. And every night before I go to bed, I run through everything I'm thankful for that day. And some days are kind of slow. And so sometimes it may be, thank you for getting me from point A to point B, you know, or it may be, thank you for letting me get through the day with no worries, right? It just may be as simple as that. But then other days, I feel like my list is like a mile long, right? Well, thanks for this and thanks
Right,
for that. And right. And I'm like, did I miss anything?
right, right.
So, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I mean, gratitude, and then embracing, joy and having compassion for others, right?
Mhm.
And I think
Mhm.
that's really important. So instead of judging others, you know, embrace compassion and empathy for other individuals, because you you can't. I personally believe that I can't judge someone because I haven't walked their life, you know. like whatever their actions are on for today is because of everything they've experienced from the day that they were created. Not even necessarily from the day they were born. I'm going to say the day they were created within this energetic being in which they are, because I do believe that our past lives also affect today as well.
Right.
So, I mean, yeah, so I don't think you can judge because you haven't had their experiences or their knowledge or their trials and tribulations. So you can't really judge that, right? That's where they are. And you may not understand it, and that's okay. But it doesn't mean that it's wrong.
Right. And one way I see of being able to handle that is to allow them to be who they are, allow them to do what they do, and just have it as and observing them, not judging, just observing what they're doing, observing who they are, but not in a judgmental way, just letting it happen, letting it go, and moving on. And that's
Yeah. No, that's great. I would say like, yeah.
It's not easy. Sorry.
No.
It's not easy to do all the time. It's very difficult.
Not.
And I was called on that today, and I was very appreciative that was called on me. So for me to be able to work on somebody and not be like that is going to be a lesson for me to work on, because it isn't easy, and it takes time to change that reaction.
It does. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So it's just watching and observing and letting it go.
Yes, allowing. I'm gonna tell you, like you mentioned, allowing, and allowing is so important in this space, regardless of what context in which it's in. But allowing is so important. Whether you're releasing it and you're allowing the universe to take shape of what's going on, or you're allowing someone to be true and authentic to their own self, right? Or you're allowing even yourself to let go and not be the judgment, right? And to be allowing yourself to be the observer, So allowing is really a very powerful tool in this space, right? Not only for our own mental and spiritual health, but for others as well, right?
Right.
Yeah. So yeah, and I'm gonna tell you, like, sometimes it can get really hard to, like when we get back to like raising your energetic vibrations, like, raising your energy and getting it at a high level, because the higher level your energetic vibration is, and if you're wanting to do spiritual work, whether that's channeling, healing, giving messages to individuals, or just like a really good meditation to connect, right, to spiritual side. Raising your vibration is really important. And some of the ways that I do that, meditation is number one. I mean, that's always kind of like my first go-to is meditation. Trying to make yourself feel lighter, bringing in more peace, and trying to align yourself with the other vibrational frequencies in which you want to connect with, right? And it's interesting. I had this talk the other day with someone, and I do mediumship work, but I also channel, and it's actually more difficult for me to do mediumship work than it is for me to channel my collective, because of the different vibrational levels in which those entities are at. And so because I kind of stay at the higher vibrations, it's easier for me to connect with my my collective, the Armanas, versus at a lower vibrational level where I'm trying to connect with someone who's passed over. Right?
Because they're closer to your level. And so is that what it is? Is because they are
I have to come down.
Okay.
Well, I have to come down. So I had to bring my vibrational levels down to be able to hear them and connect with them at their level, because I'm having to come down them. Because we have to meet wherever we want to connect with, whether it's with someone who's passed, or we're our archangels, or our, like the Palladians or Arterians or whatever, right? Or your guides, like they're all at different vibrational levels. So they're all on different stations, right? We'll just, like, if you're old school like us, you know what a radio station used to be, and it would be static in between stations until you found something that was playing, something you wanted to hear. Today, I don't know how many people know that. I mean, because our generations are just seems so like different. So different. Right. But you're trying to just dial into them wherever they are, but you have to go to them, right? They can't necessarily come down to our levels. We have to raise ourselves to be at their levels. The ones that I sense that are more able to come down to our levels are the archangels. And I think that's because, I don't know, I'm going to say from my personal experience, when there's been a couple of times where I was just devastated and in such a place where, like, literally I was just crying uncontrollably. Like, this was like, how old? This is like 32, 34 years ago. And just crying, just completely uncontrollable, and thinking that my whole world was going to end because the man that I married, he decided he didn't want to be married to me anymore. And I had a child. We had a child together, I say. And so he wanted a divorce. And literally, like, I didn't think I was going to make it. I thought it was the end of the world for me. I didn't know how I was going to do it. And literally, I heard this voice come across, and it was like in the room with me, and it's like, you're going to be okay. And I'm just like, and I stopped crying. I'm like, what was that? And then my young mind, I was just like, oh my God, God just spoke to me. God just came into the bathroom here with me and spoke with me. I was in the tub and I was like bawling, right? So I was just like, oh my gosh, but honestly, I just believe that it was probably, like Archangel Gabriel. He's good at that. Just letting me know that it was going to be okay. But I think it takes a power like that to be able to come in during those desperate times, right? When somebody sees absolutely no end. I mean, I'm sure other spirits can do it too. I guess it's pretty naive of me just to think that only archangels can, but I think they are the most powerful that can help it, make it happen.
Yeah. I think the same thing. I think anybody above us has that capability to come back down a little bit, but it's easier maybe for them because they have been here so many times. They have had the lessons of us, some of them not. But I think it's easier just because they have that capability to do that because of their status, because of their titles. I mean, I hate to put titles to them, but they do have like that title in the 3D world. They have a title and they're able to bring that down so they can
Yeah.
help people in these kinds
Yeah.
of desperations. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I would say so, but yeah, so being able to connect with them, like you have to meet where they are. So some of the different, so let me think, like some of the different things I do. So meditation is one. If I'm going, so I'll tell you a little secret. So if I'm gonna go and do like, I do group channelings for like a group of people, right? So there'll be like a group of people in the room and I'll channel for them. And on my way there, I am listening to the radio and some of my favorite songs, right? So I'll like have all my favorite songs on the air. So I am singing and bebopping, in my little car. Like, so music can help, right? Raise that vibrational level. Like, put some of your favorite music on and sing to it and be silly. Laughter is another great way to raise your vibrations, right?
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, whatever can make you laugh. Music is always usually my go-to. I like to dance. I also just like to be silly. And I get real silly here at night sometimes, and my poor husband, he's like, okay, it's time to go to bed. You're too wound up.
Yeah, silliness.
I'll be like, what? Yeah, party's just started. What? We're not going to bed yet.
Yeah, we get into that mode and we're like, I'll start laughing. We'll start playing or what with our son and all. And we'll get to this point that I'll start laughing and then I go into a silent laugh. You know those silent laughs? I'll go into a silent laugh and I'll be laughing for like 20 minutes straight, not catching my breath or any minute. Or I'm just laughing and laughing. And they'll keep playing the game and everything. They'll get back to my turn and they'll say, she's still laughing.
That's so funny.
So we have a lot of fun with that. Yeah. They like to
Oh
mess
my
with
goodness.
me. Fun.
Yeah. So that's a really good one. Just anything that brings joy into the moment. So whether that's like some people like, stand like comedians, so they may listen to a comedian or maybe like music, or I don't know, a favorite movie or something that just, gets you in that space. And another thing, let me see here. I'm trying to think what else to do. So I like to dance too. So that'll do it. And then I also like to play my crystal bowls. And just listening to those, just kind of like, like, I don't know, they just get me in a space. I could play them for hours and it not faze me. So, I mean, it does faze me because I enjoy it, right? And it just kind of brings peace. Like those just kind of bring peace and calm. So it may be just learning to calm yourself.
Yeah. I like to just sit up next to a tree or something and just sit in the grass or just sit up next to a tree and just like veg out, just kind of go into a meditation or what, and just kind of like, and just listen to the birds or wind or nothing or whatever's going on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, and so what this does is doing these things, what it does, it allows you to connect and tune into with your guides. If you're wanting to connect and tune into loved ones who have passed on, it can help with that. I mean, it all takes practice. Like when I first started, it was clearly anyone who had passed over. It was clearly just definitely in that mediumship space. And it was anyone who had passed over. And that's where it started. And then it morphed, right? It morphed over the years and changed. So the more I practice, So practice. The more you believe in what you're doing. So the self-doubt, the self-critic, you got to learn to quiet that. So it's not an issue. And believing, and let me tell you, I'll be honest, like some of this stuff is sometimes hard to believe. I experienced something the other day. Do I dare tell you? So I was driving down the interstate, and we were at a 4-lane interstate. So 4 lanes all going in the same direction. I was in the far left-hand lane. So I had to see if I left-hand lane. I was in the far left-hand lane, and there was a pickup truck in front of me. And the pickup truck moved over 1 lane. And when the pickup truck moved over 1 lane, there was a tractor trailer right here. And I saw, I'm going to say a shadow because I don't know what else it was. But I saw a shadow hit the side of that tractor trailer. And then all of a sudden, the truck that had moved over 1 lane, the front end of that truck, it looked like the axle or something had broken because the front end was just bam, 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 started doing this.
Oh, man.
It was crazy. And I was just like, well, did I just see what I think I saw? Like, it was really kind of hard to believe that I just saw something, that truck hit something, and then basically it messed up their vehicle. Does that sound like, that sounds crazy? That sounds crazy, but I know what I saw.
Mm-hmm. I noticed when
it sounds.
I know when I hear things, it's so weird because when I hear things, like the other day I heard someone say goodbye. And when you hear that or see things, it's when you start to question it, that's when it's the true stuff, is what I've come to find out. Because when it happens, you just instantly turn around like, did you see that? Whoever's around, you're like, did you hear that? Did you see that? Did you? That's when you know it's something true. That's how I'm finding out. Because if it happens, like with someone saying goodbye, you would just automatically turn around and say, oh, goodbye, see you later, or something like that. But when you stop and you're like, what? Then it's
no, that happened to me before I knew what my gift was. That happened to me. It was like days before I found out. But literally, I was running out of the house in a hurry. It was like 5 a.m. in the morning. I was the only one awake. And I'm running out of the house. And I get in the car. And I'm like, somebody just said morning. And I heard it while I was in the house, but it didn't register until I got in the car. And I was like, somebody just said morning. I'm like, nobody's awake. Why did somebody just say morning? Right. And so, and it's weird, right? When you, it is. It's weird, and it kind of throws you off your game a little bit when things like that happen. Yeah. But it's, believe it or not, though, it's more normal than not normal. I've come to, how do I say this? It's so funny. Me and my best friend, we used to say, like we were doing this work together and we wanted to take a break to be normal. We wanted to take a break to be normal. But what we realized is that we were already normal. Right?
Yep.
when you're not connected with all of this stuff, and
Mhm.
you're not awake to your own gifts, that's what's not normal.
Right. Right.
Yeah, so everybody who's still sleepwalking, you're not normal.
Yeah, when you see
It's
those
okay
things,
though.
it's pretty awesome. I know when I'm about a year ago, I would close my eyes, and I think I've told you this before. I would see like faces just fly in and out all the time, and they were just little faces like this, and they're just like flying in and out. And now I'm starting to have those faces, but they're much bigger now, and they're more up close, and they stay there
Yeah.
for a second and then they move on. So it's
Okay.
my vibrations rising. I feel like my vibrations rising just for that fact, you know.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
it's every little step that will get you higher and higher, and
Yeah.
it's amazing.
I
And
will
then,
say.
you know,
Mhm.
go ahead.
I will say, as amazing as it feels to be in that high vibrational space and always kind of living up here, right? I want to say kind of like living up here, like as amazing and as wonderful as that feels, it's extremely important to stay grounded and to be able to pull your energy through all of yourself from the top all the way down to the bottom and to the earth. Because the more you can stay grounded, the more energy you're going to have, the better you're
Mhm.
going to feel. And believe it or not, I know it may not, it sounds kind of counterintuitive, but believe it or not, the more grounded you are, the more connection you can have with those higher vibrational levels.
That's pretty cool.
Because you're working all of you versus just in the headspace, right? Or just up here, right? You're working all of you. So it does definitely help. And I mean, there's several things that you can do to be grounded. I mean, being barefoot, like being in nature. I personally wear like the 5-fingered shoes. I like those because I mean, even though they got rubber soles, I still feel more grounded in them. I guess it's because I can feel everything under my feet when I walk. It's because they're not like regular. Do you know what I'm saying when I say 5-fingered shoes? Okay. So, yeah, I love my 5-fingered shoes. I've been wearing them for years. And when I have to put on regular shoes, my feet are so angry. I was like, I had to go and find some shoes. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I hear they're very comfortable. I haven't had them.
They are.
But
They're very comfortable. Yeah, but the ones I have are for summertime, and we've had so much rain down here. If I wear them when it's raining, like I'm walking around in wet feet all day. And so I had to go find some shoes that was really more suitable for the rain. And I want to tell you, every shoe I put on, it was miserable because they weren't 5 fingers. It's like, and the lady in the shoe store, she's like, interesting shoes. And I was like, thank you. She goes, are they comfortable? I was like, they're so comfortable that you will hate regular shoes.
Wow.
I mean, and I hate regular shoes, but sometimes to look cute, I guess I guess guys don't worry about looking cute, but if you want to look cute, you can't wear them all the time.
Oh my. Are you able to wear them at work?
I usually wear them like maybe just a couple of days. I don't wear them every day, but yeah, like I have them on today at work. So yeah, and people be like, those shoes. And I was like, I love my shoes. And yeah, so I used to get teased about them, but not so much anymore. People seem to, except most people ask them, are those really comfortable? And I'm like, yeah, they really are. If you like to walk barefooted, they're the best thing.
Nice.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, so anyway,
back to the topic.
Digress. Yeah. Digress just a little bit. That's okay. Right? So, so some things you can do, like we've already talked about the meditation and the gratitude. You spoke about, spending time in nature. Sometimes, I'm going to be honest, with our listeners here, is like sometimes life can really be overwhelming. It can throw us some curveballs that can really just get us in a space that is not very healthy. It can be emotionally draining. It can be depressive. It can be anxiety. I'll be honest, like I deal with anxiety. I'm better at it than I was years ago. I've got tools, to help me through those. So my anxiety doesn't last for a long period of time. Sometimes I can nip it in the bud, within 30 minutes. Other times it takes maybe an hour or so, depending on kind of like what's going on and what my triggers are. But I'm working on it. I use my toolkit. So like the 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. If you don't know what that is, it's like 5 things you can see, 4 things you can touch, 3 things you can hear, 2 things you can smell, and 1 thing you can taste. Like you can do that in any order. But considering I don't need to be eating more than 1 thing or 2 things, I kind of leave that at the 1, right? But it's it's easy to find 5 things I can see, and it's easy to find 4 things I can touch, and it may be more challenging to find the things I can hear. So that's when you really have to shut off the noise in the head and listen for the small, subtle noises in the home, right? Whether it's the birds outside chirping, or the AC turning on, or whatever, right? So that helps. Eye movement also helps. Like the eye movement from left to right also helps with that too. Because the only thing you're doing is retraining your brain to think in the now versus what's going on, behind the scenes to cause that anxiety. But other things you can do. So funny. If you find yourself stuck in this place, like I was there a few years ago. It was like during COVID. I think a lot of people were in that place during COVID, during the shutdown. Some people are still kind of there and they haven't really completely gotten out of it.
Right.
I'd gotten in that space, and so changing your atmosphere helps. So if that's cleaning out cleaning out space in the home, or just getting in a different atmosphere when you go out, like forcing yourself to go out and be around different places and things, can help. If you're not much for going out, but you want to change your atmosphere at home, you can declutter, get rid of some things that you haven't used in a while, clean your home really well. Changing the people you hang around with can be extremely helpful. I think sometimes, I don't know about you, but sometimes I'll go through rotations and be like, okay, it's time to clean out the people I hang out with and get a new group of people to hang out with.
And that also goes with, as your vibration changes, you automatically bring in that new group of people that resonate with you at that level. Yes. So that just kind of, they resonate with you. So they just kind of form towards you. It's like a gravity that's bringing them towards you. So that is very helpful. And that kind of gives you the idea of where your vibration is at, is how people around you are coming towards you.
Yeah. And even people that's been around you for a while, and it may feel like that they're pulling away from you, and don't try to fight it. just kind of let nature take its course on there. We have season changes for a reason. And sometimes season changes need to happen with the individuals that we surround ourselves with, right? To give us a new perspective, right? Of how things are.
Right.
Yeah. I'm going to say, like, get up and get moving. I mean, go for a walk, go for a hike, go to like a state park or a national park, or even just a local small, like, just get out and get moving and start moving.
Do something that you want to do. Do something that makes you feel good. Do something that's maybe in your bucket list or something like that. Just go out and do something that's different, that you want to do, that you haven't been able to do. Just something like that.
What's a bucket list item that you have, Dana? I just
a bucket list item. No, you're fine. I have a bucket list of kind of two things. One is to be able to get into one of those and drive around a, I don't even know what you call them, but those great big tractors that will dig a hole or drag something to another area, or just one of these huge tractors, construction tractors. I just want to one of those. I just want to work one of those. Dig a hole, like grab a thing of dirt or something and put it into a dump truck or something, and just back up and move forward in it. That's all.
Oh, that's pretty easy. Okay. All right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's one thing in my bucket list. Another one is for a fear of mine. I have a fear of heights. And so I have been getting up the courage to say, hey, yeah, I think I'm ready to try a hot air balloon ride.
No. Okay, I won't go there, but okay, you let me know how that goes. What I would do first, I would go to the Grand Canyon. They have that plexiglass. I would go there first.
Nope. Nope. See, that's something that nope.
I don't have, it's really weird. I don't have a fear of heights. I have a fear of something like I can do steps, but if I can see through the steps, it's really weird. Like, I don't have a fear of heights because like being up high doesn't bother me. Like, looking down over something doesn't bother me. But if I'm going on steps, that's why I think the platform at the Grand Canyon would be interesting, because I don't do well stepping on things that I can see through.
No, not at that level.
It's really funny.
Nope.
That's funny. Yeah, I would do that. I'd probably be crawling out there, but still.
Nope, you'd be seeing me like 3 feet away from it and looking over like that. Nope, not even at the railing or whatever. I haven't been there, but that's kind of on my bucket list too, is to see places in Colorado that I've never seen. I'm a native and I haven't seen these places, so I don't know, to look over. I don't know. So that would be my bucket list.
Okay, that's pretty cool. Yeah. No, I think I would like to do that at the Grand Canyon. This is a bad one. I don't know. Is it a bad? I don't think it's bad because it's still on the bucket list. I would like to find a safe place, and I think that's most important, a safe place to go and have a ayahuasca journey. Ayahuasca journey.
Wow. Yeah. Like on your own or with a group?
With a group, I think would be safer than on my own, right? Yeah, we're not going to do it like they do on 9 Perfect Strangers. So if you haven't seen that, and it's on Hulu, it's, well,
Okay.
we're not going to do it like that.
That would be fun too. That would be fun to do something along that line, because that's like a multiple day
It's a
trip up
spiritual
in the
journey
mountains.
itself.
Yeah.
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 Yeah, and it's a spiritual journey itself, right?
Mhm.
Yeah, I would like to do that. So, I mean, yeah, so find those items on your bucket list and like take efforts to get out and do them, right? That'll help change, that'll help change your energy and change how you feel. Another good thing is finding new interest, right? So, trying new things to identify like what that new interest or new hobby is going to be for you.
Go exploring.
Sometimes we
That's
need to
what I
change.
have. Yeah.
Yeah.
Go explore
go
different
explore.
things that you've never experienced before, and kind of see what's out there and what you might like, what you might not like.
Might not like, yeah.
You might not
And
like
most
it.
important, and it's really funny, most important, I wrote down, I put like a whole bunch of exclamation points at the end of it. Most point is find a buddy who will help keep you accountable of getting out and trying new things, right? And doing new things, like finding that buddy. Someone to keep you motivated and help you. And somebody that you can share your feelings with and share what you're going through without having to worry about what they're going to think about you.
Mm-hmm. That's important.
Right? Yeah.
That's important.
I mean, look, we all go through moments in our lives where things can get hard, and we can feel like we're on a sinking ship, but keeping that optimism and really searching for that way out is important, instead of just wishing for it to happen. Like when you start doing things to make it happen, because eventually it's going to start changing. It's going to start changing. Like it may just be like one moment at a time or one action at a time, but they build upon one another to get you back into feeling true to yourself, right? Feeling alive and feeling purposeful,
Right.
And maybe just finding purpose in your life.
Yeah. And
I hate to say it. Yeah. It may be that you have to find a new job because your job is just wearing you out.
Yep. Yeah. That's right. Yeah. Just got to find something that just brings up that energy, brings up the love, brings up your joy, makes you happy, makes you joyful. And when you're in that energy, you feel more apt to be very outgoing and very positive towards other people, and that makes them positive, and it's a domino effect.
Yeah. And I'll say it's less about feeling happy all the time. It's more about choosing thoughts, actions, environments, and people that help you more align with your more authentic self and to where you want to be along your journey. And really, like, we're here for a journey, right? We're all on this journey together. We're all on this planet together at this time to experience this moment.
Yep.
Don't think about that too hard, but that can
And this moment is the lesson. So everybody has their own lesson to be learning at this moment. And I am very thankful that my lesson has arrived today. So I'm very thankful that I have something that I can work on now to bring my energy up higher, to make myself a better
Yeah.
person, to bring more joy to other people, and to just be more happy.
Yeah.
Be more
Love it.
happy.
Oh, you can't hardly see me now. Oh, sorry. It's weird, like how one curtain does that. So it's dark out and like people can see in my window. So I close the curtain. It may not have been a smart idea. And I don't have a lamp. It's over the
We
one.
got you now. We got
but
you.
yeah. But one thing I'll say is that, you know, be mindful also of your thoughts, the thoughts that come into your head. If the negative, you know, this is what, if one negative thought comes in, acknowledge it, but say, okay, but not today, right? And let it go. But then replace that one negative thought with 2 positive thoughts. Right? So
Good
it kind of
idea.
just washes it out, right? It kind of just, I mean, it doesn't have to be hard. If you could be like, oh, today was just such a beast, right? I could say worse words, but let's just say you're thinking, oh, today is such a beast, you know, and then you'd be like, no, I'm thankful that I got up today and was able to move through my day, even though it had challenges, right? I was still able to do it positive. So remind yourself of those positive things. If you look at yourself and don't like what you see, stop and find something positive about yourself. The hardest thing to do, it sounds really, really simple, but the hardest thing to do is look yourself in the mirror, eye to eye. You're looking at your eyes in the mirror and you say, I love you.
Yeah.
And you tell yourself, and that's a step in mirror work is what they call it. And some people can't do it. You know, it's not an easy thing to do. You may just look at your whole self in the mirror and say it, and before you get to the eye to eye, or you may just even close your eyes altogether and say it. But continue until you can look yourself in the eye. You know, you're soul to soul. You're doing your own soul. You're connecting and talking to your own inner soul and your inner self, and letting yourself know that you're loved and loved unconditionally. And that is the most powerful thing that you can do for yourself, is to embrace that and bring it into your daily life.
That's
it's
a
not
good
easy
thing to do.
but it's
And
worth it.
Yeah,
You know?
not easy. I have to
Yeah.
say it's getting easier for me.
Nice.
When I was growing up, I never, ever liked my nose. And it drove me crazy. I couldn't look at myself at all. Now, actually, since I started my podcast, I have been able to look at myself in the mirror and actually focus on myself. And like really, I see positive in myself now. So, I mean, it's been a great journey to be able to just do that. Yeah.
Nice. I'm going to try to do it. Is that too much? Is that too much light? That's a little better.
I think you're good.
I'm trying to help my light a little bit. Interesting you say that, Dana. I'm going to tell you what, I think the nose is the weirdest thing on anybody. Like, it's just happened like in the last couple of years. It's just like, why? I mean, I know why we have a nose. Like, we need it to be able to pull in oxygen and breathe and smell, and it helps with our taste buds and all that good stuff. But it's just an odd thing to have. For some reason, I don't think we should have noses.
And I've gotten my teeth done too. So I've had the Invisaligns done. So I used to have like pretty crooked teeth, and it's like,
Mhm.
since I've had that done to it, makes it easier because now
It
it's
makes you
like,
feel better
oh, I
too.
am pretty, yeah. So
Yeah.
I mean, I'm able to really look at myself now and really find some positive things, so that's really been helpful, really.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. No, that's, I mean, yeah, and little things like that help. I mean, like, let me tell you, I get up every morning and do all of this stuff, and even though while I'm doing it, I'm just like, man, this is so tiring, but I do it for me, right? Like,
Mhm.
like fixing my hair. Let me tell you, I don't like fixing my hair, but I fix my hair. I don't like putting on makeup, but I put on makeup. But I remind myself that I'm doing it because really when it's all done and put together, I feel better about myself. And so I have to remind myself I'm doing it so I will feel proud about the way I present myself. Right?
Right.
Did you hear that? You didn't hear that. I got headphones so my stomach just like
Oh,
stomach just, I don't know. I don't know if it agreed or what.
it's dinner time, huh?
No, it's 9:00 here. It's well past dinner time.
Yeah, it's a little past dinner time here, but yeah.
This has been great, Dana.
Yes, I love the time with you. I love spending this time and talking about all these different things. Yeah. And again, if anybody out there has any pictures that we can read, we'd love to do some readings. We'd love to just talk about some of your dreams and read those, or pictures of past loved ones, or just communicate and talk with us. Join our conversation.
Absolutely. Yeah, and so we'll be back in 2 weeks, and we are indeed going to talk about dreams, the meanings of dreams, and how they can come through. So that will definitely be our topic in 2 weeks. Right?
2
So meet us
weeks.
back here.
So that would be the 29th?
The 29th.
So August 29th, we'll be back.
Yeah.
Love it.
Yeah. So we'll see y'all then. And in the meantime, check out our shorts that are on our YouTube station, because we post shorts there every couple of days. And come back and watch our full version anytime. And we'll see you again.
All right. Bye, everyone.
Bye.
See you next time.
Bye.
Bye.